All right, it's box 101. Let's get it. So this is a prediction for, not actually a prediction, just me going over the Mayweather versus Madonna 2. Now, the thing I like about this fight is the fact that if you know anything about the history of, everyone knows about the Jose Luis Castillo fight, where everyone felt Mayweather lost the first one and came back the second one and won the second one easy. If you look at the CompuBox on that, Mayweather landed at a 41% rate in total punches and 45% of power punches on Jose Luis Castillo. Where Castillo landed somewhere around the 23, 24% in total punches and power punches. And everyone said he dominated. But if you look at that fight, if you're looking at that fight, you realize that that fight was actually closer than the first one. And I know a lot of people saying from what they heard, from what they're hearing from the media, a lot of people didn't see that fight. And their mentality is that Mayweather lost the first one and he won the second one easy. When actually, if you score that fight, you on your own and you're watching that fight, you would realize that the second one was closer than the first one. But what made the second one look, easier was in the second one, Mayweather was much more relaxed. So he kind of sold the crowd on the on how relaxed he was, right? Castillo threw 604 punches that fight, while Mayweather threw 399. So you're looking at a good 205 punches less, and he still outlanded Castillo. So the whole fight looks like Castillo's still busy, but he's not hit as much, and Mayweather just looked like he's just cruising on. It seems that everything Mayweather threw, he landed. But you got to watch that fight for yourself to see what I'm talking about. Now, you got to like this about Mayweather. Even in the second fight, and also in the first fight, there's a point where he's walking the opponent down. Based on this picture, you can see how visibly bigger Castillo is to Mayweather. I mean, visibly bigger. I mean, I think he came out close, almost 20 pounds heavier than this dude. And Mayweather walked him down, got him on the ropes and everything. Not for a extended period of time, but just at least a period of the time, which goes back to what I was saying about Lara and his fight. Sooner or later you got to step up and just stand your ground and tell the person, listen, I'm a grown man, So going back on the Mayweather versus Madonna 2 fight, I'm one of the people that believe that Mayweather did want to make the fight a competitive fight, but I also believe he didn't expect Madonna to be, I won't say that good, but that tricky to deal with. Madonna was using a lot of dirty tactic, and that's true. But he was also confusing Mayweather too, in a sense where he would stay outside and jab. At times he would try to counter Mayweather's jab, to be honest. So and then he would just jump in all out. So the timing was off. The thing about Mayweather's fighting style, which I don't subscribe to the fact that he's the best ever, or I feel like there's a fighter that's gonna come about that's gonna do the same thing Mayweather does, except they're gonna impose their will. Mayweather's whole style is that whatever you do, he'll adjust to it. While Manny Pacquiao's style is that he imposes his will. Now, once we get a fighter that is able to impose their will and also adjust to whatever you do, then we're gonna get a perfect fighter. I mean, close to perfect as possible. But for now, Mayweather is still the best in the sense where he does know how to adjust and make it easier for him. So I believe the second fight is gonna be closer on the cards because I had it around 8-4 in the first one. I think the second one is gonna be closer to maybe even close to a draw, but it's gonna look easier, and more people's gonna give Mayweather credit because I believe that he already adjusted to Maidana, and when he adjusts to someone, he seems more calm, more in control, and he doesn't seem like he's hesitating. He just seems he's on cruise control. When reality is the fight is much closer than it looks. So I suggest everyone look at the first fight and the second fight. And I know a lot of people don't like to do the history, but you look at it and you'll realize that the second fight was much closer. And I believe this is gonna be the same thing for this one too. This is gonna be much closer, but Mayweather's gonna be more relaxed, and his percentage of and Madonna's gonna miss more, but doesn't mean it's not a competitive fight. All right, holla back.